Hello, everyone. Tyler Ford here. Welcome to this week's weekly update of the Tucson Home Inventory Update. Each and every week, we're diving in and looking at the Tucson Home Inventory levels. And I believe that the Tucson inventory is a leading indicator as to what's going on in the market. I feel that things are slowly starting to change and we're going to get a pullback in this market. So looking at the numbers and we dive into what's going on each and every week. But before we do that, I want to start with some news, and I'm going to share my screen here. And so the news that I want to start out with first is a couple weeks ago, Zillow announced that they were no longer going to do their iBuyer program, and that was about 2 weeks ago. And what they said as a result of their iBuyer program, they just didn't have the contractors and the back end to really support what was going on. And they felt that it was in their best interest to no longer do the iBuyer program because of COVID. They just couldn't get things done. And at the time, and I just felt that what they were saying as to why wasn't the reason behind it. And in my opinion, Zillow has more analytical data than anybody, and they can foresee what's going on in this market. And they've seen that this market's starting to slow down, and they've got a lot of homes that they're trying to sell off, but the market's turned and they bought these homes at the height of the market. And it turns out that they're going to be losing millions and millions of dollars. So this article came out over the weekend that 93% of the homes listed in Phoenix, they're going to have to sell at a loss. And it's a big, big loss. So right now, if they sell off all the homes in Phoenix, for the current list price with no other price reductions, they're going to lose $6.3 million just in Phoenix. There's another article that came out that 64%, where is this? So 64% of the homes that Zillow has are going to be sold for less than what they paid for it. And then I logged into my brokerage account this morning because I actually bought some puts on Zillow, and it's turning out to be a good trade that they're going to end up losing $550 million on the homes that they have under contract. And so when I saw this, I didn't believe what they were saying. So what I did was I put together an Excel spreadsheet, and I'm coming out with a video on Friday that's going to go in depth as to what's going on. I'm going to just show you Zillow. There's also Open Door and OfferPad, and it's bigger than I thought it was. And it's kind of crazy when you look at it. So what I did is I exported all the listings that Zillow has in Tucson to see what was going on in our local market. And I was absolutely blown away at what I found. So for example, I pulled all the listings. Right now, Zillow in Tucson has 69 active listings. And then I sorted it by original list price because Zillow's getting really aggressive and doing major price reductions in order to get their properties sold. And to me, that just tells me that they see something that we don't see, and that the market is starting to change and change quickly. So they're aggressively going in and doing massive price reductions to get stuff sold. So for example, this property right here, which I'm going to show you, it was originally listed at 481.9. Now it's listed at 369. So they did a total of $112,000 price reduction. And all the listings that they have in Tucson, they've done $1.8 million in price reductions, which is crazy. And again, I've got Open Door and OfferPad, and this is bigger than I thought it was. It's kind of crazy that the iBuyers right now have about 20% of the inventory listed in the MLS, which could have a major impact on home values. And then if you flip on over to, and again, I'm going to go more into depth. If you go to my YouTube channel on Friday, I'm going to have another video. But if you jump on over to Zillow, so this was the first property on Zillow. So they've done major price reductions. It just went pending today. But if you look at it, it was sold to Zillow July 8th, and Zillow bought this property for 436,231. So again, they're going to be taking a major loss on the listings that they have. But again, to me, it tells you something, that they see something that we don't see, and they're just being proactive in getting inventory sold so they don't have to take even a bigger loss. So that was the bit of news, and I've spent more time on the news than I normally do. So now we're going to jump over to the MLS, and we're going to go through the listings in the MLS and see what's going on in our local market. So I've got the MLS pulled up, and single family homes this week, we have 1,044 active listings. And then after I do this, I'm going to jump over to Excel spreadsheet, plug in the numbers, and give you an idea of what's going on. So manufactured homes, we are at 74 this week, and that number is showing up right there. So 74 manufactured homes. Condos, we've got 50 active listings, and townhomes right now there are 78 active listings. Now I'm going to jump over to an Excel spreadsheet, and we're going to plug those numbers in. So single family homes, we had 1,044. Manufactured homes, 74. Condos, 50. Townhomes, 70. Ooh, didn't want to do that. Townhomes, 78. So total this week in Tucson, 1,168. So inventory actually went down slightly. This is the first time. Well, it's happened a couple times. So inventory levels are holding. They didn't go up this week. They actually went down by 33 properties. So it was a weekly net change of minus 2.83 right here. But since I started doing this back in July, inventory levels have increased 31.6%. So inventory levels are definitely starting to tick up this week. They actually stayed about the same. And now if we jump over to I'm going to jump over to the chart here. You can see when I started tracking this back in July, you can see the progression of what's going on. So this is, one of probably 2 weeks that we've had a little bit of a pullback in tracking these numbers. And then the other thing that I started doing, because I wanted to get an overall picture of what was going on in the market. So one of the things that I started to do, and let me jump over here, is going over to Zillow, because Zillow, you can see other, which is for sale by owners. And then also I'm just looking at Tucson, and I wanted to see everything within Pima County. So if jumping over to Zillow right now, in Zillow, there is a total of 1,000, and that number is right here. So in all of Tucson and the surrounding areas, there's 1,664. And then other, that is for sale by owner, which is 528. And if we jump back over to my Excel spreadsheet here and plug those numbers in, 1,664 and then 528. So there is a total of all properties listed. That's everything in the MLS and for sale by owners, 2,192. So we had a decrease of inventory of a total of 10. So this week it was pretty flat. But again, inventory levels are still starting to tick up. So that pretty much wraps it up. Like to keep it short and sweet. Did more news up front on this. Usually we just go right into the numbers, but I feel that the Zillow news is important just because they see this market, in my opinion, better than most, because they've got more analytical data than anybody, and them getting rid of their iBuyer program. And more importantly, if they were just getting rid of it, I get it, but it's the aggressiveness in the price reductions that they're doing and the huge losses that they're willing to take, and not just being patient to get stuff sold. tells me something that this market is starting to change and they're being proactive to get stuff sold before the market potentially pulls back any further. So that's it. Going to keep it short and sweet. If you have any questions, you can comment below. Oh, one other thing that I forgot here. If each and every week or each and every month, TAR puts out the Tucson market report, and that's a deeper dive into what's going on. And so every month that comes out, it's monthly, not weekly. Every month that comes out, if you go to Tucson Homes and Lots, which is my website, and you click on the Tucson monthly market update, you can get a deeper dive into what's going on to better understand this market. So I would encourage you to go to Tucson Homes and Lots, and then you can scroll down at the very bottom of the page. If you click on that link right there, that's the actual full report, which will give you a ton of really good information. So that's pretty much it. Make it a great day. Going to keep it short and sweet. And if you have any questions, you can always comment below, and we'd love to help. Talk to you soon.